revise the next chapter of Science 1, that is a reflection of light. In this chapter, the topic that we are going to revise in this brisk course is the spherical mirror. Types of spherical mirror, their properties and the uses of the spherical mirror. Now the spherical mirror are of two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. And the uses of these two mirrors are different. So we are going to revise property and the uses of these mirrors. Why these two mirrors are called spherical mirror? Let's see. Suppose this is a sphere of a glass and we are going to cut a small piece out of it. Say this one. Okay, we are going to cut this much part of this spherical mirror. Now what we are going to do? We are going to paint this from the outer side. Only this much part. Okay, so that part will become a mirror. But this mirror is not a plain mirror. It is a curved mirror. And that's why it is known as a spherical mirror, because these two types of spherical mirror are taken from a spherical wall of a glass. So this is a spherical mirror. Now as I told you, there are two types of spherical mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror. Here it is a concave mirror because the outer part is painted and the inner part is reflecting surface. That is, the light is, whatever the light is coming on the inner surface, it is going to reflect like this. So this is a concave mirror. And in the case of a convex mirror, if we are going to paint it from inner part, then the outer curved surface is the reflecting surface. So this is a convex mirror. Now let's see that are the two types of mirror looks like. Here this is a convex mirror. Now here you can see that this is a curved part. This part is curved. So this is the reflecting surface, the outer one. So this is a convex mirror and the inner part is a painted. So this is a convex mirror. Now concave mirror, small concave mirror. Here a slight curve is there. Here the inner part is reflecting and the outer part is painted with the silver or silver coating is there. So these are the two types of mirror, a concave mirror and a convex mirror. So this is a convex mirror and this is a concave mirror. Now students, let's see terms related to the spherical mirror with the help of this diagram. Now students, with the help of this diagram, let's study terms related to spherical mirror. So observe this diagram. This is the C center, center of curvature. What is the center of curvature? The center point of the sphere of which the mirror is part is known as a center of curvature. Now the next one is, that is as every sphere is having a radius, so this is also the radius of the sphere and this radius is known as a radius of curvature. So the radius of the sphere of which the mirror is a part is known as radius of curvature. Now the next one is this P. This P is the pole. What is this? This is the center of the mirror surface is called its pole. Means this is the mirror shaded part. This is the mirror surface and this mirror surface is a concave mirror. The center point of this surface is P. So this is a pole of the mirror. Now what is principal axis? The straight line passing through the pole and the center of curvature is known as principal axis. Here this red line, this line is a principal axis because it is passing through the pole as well as center of the curvature. Now next is the principal focus. The ray parallel to principal axis get reflected from the mirror and meet at F. That means whatever the lines, parallel lines which is parallel to principal axis, when they are going to reflect back, they meet at the point is known as a focus. With one more diagram I will explain you what is focus. Next is focal length. The distance between the pole and the principal focus of the mirror is known as focal length. Means this one. The distance between the pole and the focus, P and F. This is the focal length. And it is denoted by small f. Now students, to draw images formed by concave mirror, we use a ray diagram, and to draw these ray diagram, we must know some rules. Which are those rules? Let's see. The first rule is, first of all, let's see the diagram. This is a concave mirror. CFP is a principal axis, C is a center of curvature, F is a focus, and P is the pole. This blue line is incident ray, and this red line is a reflected ray. What is the first rule? If the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the reflected ray passes through the focus. Let's see. This is the incident ray get reflected from here. This is the reflected ray and meet the principal axis at point F. So this is the focus. The second one is that if the incident ray is passing through the focus, then the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. Let's see. If this is an incident ray, blue line, this line is passing through the focus, then after the reflection from concave mirror, it get reflected, and this reflected ray and principal axis both are parallel. The third rule is that if the incident ray passes through the center of curvature, the reflected ray traces the same path. Let's see with the help of the diagram. Suppose this is an incident ray passing through the center of curvature C. It touches the mirror, concave mirror, and from here it get reflected, it traces the same path, and this is the reflected ray. So incident ray and reflected ray trace the same path when it is passing through the center of curvature.